Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in the modern, standard, and legacy formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoy today's video. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we're playing Mono Black Aggro in Pioneer. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. This hand's actually pretty good. We're going to go ahead and start with a turn 1 Blood Soak Champion and hopefully turn 2 Scrap Heap Scrounger. And we'll see what we're playing against. We have played against some insane decks today. We are currently 2-2 in Pioneer. We lost to Fae of Wishes and Fires of Invention. That was one deck. Fire Fae, I don't know what you want to call it. Planeswalker build of it. That was pretty impressive. Why can't I remember the other deck we lost to? It'll come to me. It was probably prior to this video, so if you haven't seen that video, go check out the other video. And thank you all so much for being here today. So we'll go ahead and see what our opponent's up to. They did choose to keep 7 cards, but they didn't. Yeah, they're not yielding, so. Alright, they are Once Upon a Timing, so definitely a powerful deck. Not sure what it is, though. Walking Ballista. Alright, this is probably Hardened Scales, so hopefully we can get there against this deck, but. Alright, Castle tapped. Not great for our opponent starting off, but we're going to go ahead and Scrounger and attack for 2. And our hand's actually looking pretty juicy against Hardened Scales, so we'll see what our opponent can find here. Ooh, that's a Nombo. They had Oasis in hand, but they also had Castle. And wow, our opponent just passing here. So I'm going to play a Mutavault. Alright, this is newly controlled, so I'm going to tap that for black. And then I'm going to activate this one. And I'm going to go ahead and just get in for 7. Take that, opponent. And our opponent doesn't really have... Whoa, a Shrine of Forsaken Gods. Interesting. So I can just activate 2 Mutavaults here and get in for another 7. Or 6, I guess. Or I can play Rankle. I think I keep Rankle. I think I just go ahead and activate these Mutavaults. Yeah, our opponent's on the back of the this attack. And now no matter what our opponent does, if I just play Rankle next turn, as long as they don't gain life. As long as they don't gain life, I can just play Rankle next turn and deal 4 damage by making them draw a card and losing a life. So we'll see here. They can play Walking Ballista for 3, which I guess allows them to block the Scrounger. But even if they play Walking Ballista for 3, okay, Our Promise. And yeah, our opponent, even if they're going to make zombies, but we can still kill them. I'm not sure what our opponent's deck is, though. It looks like a Field of the mono green Field of the Dead deck. If I were to guess, they have Once Upon a Time and Elvish Rejuvenator. So from our sideboard, we probably just want to bring in, like, probably Legion's End and maybe Duress. We have the game, so I'm not too worried about that. They just tapped out and they haven't played they played their land for a turn. So we'll see here. But unless they have a gain life land. I guess if they're running like a Rejuvenator, I can't think of what it's called. It was around the Ravnica block, but it's a colorless land, and when it enters the battlefield, you get the gain 2 life. There it is. Alright, so our opponent actually... Radiant Fountain, that's what it's called. Our opponent actually found the line of play. And now... Actually, is there a line where we just No, we can't. We can't. So I think we have to play the Rankle here. And I think whatever zombie blocks Scrounger here. I think we just Fatal Push that. Probably not. I think we hold the Fatal Push till end of next turn. Each player discards a card, and then we draw a card. Let's do that. I'm going to discard this Swamp. They're going to discard Walking Ballista, I hope. Oh, and we drew a Rankle. Okay, so we're actually in pretty good shape here. So now our opponent can play Walking Ballista for a bunch, but there's no way they're going to be able to kill Rankle. And we can actually force that action by Fatal Pushing the Walking Ballista. So I think we get this game. Unless they, pull out 2 more Radiant Fountains. This has to be a Field of the Dead deck. But this is a pretty impressive showing of mono green, I believe, Field of the Dead. Just ramp up with a bunch of colorless lands. Well, that's a strategy we haven't seen before. Most people play multicolored so they can have access to all the most powerful spells in their deck, but pretty impressive. Definitely not a deck on our radar. And I think this goes to show the power also of Pioneer and how there's a lot of unexplored territory in this deck. So our opponent's probably just thinking through how can they survive another attack. They have to find a way to get rid of Rankle, and then also maximize their mana. They have to pay... Oh, this isn't what I thought it was. This is the Oasis. Oh, that's Castle. Never mind. I was picturing Castle in my head. I was like, wait, that's the Oasis. So they're going to have to pay 2 green into... Oh, and they actually can't tap both their Oasises for green. So they're probably restricted a little bit on what they can do this turn. So they're gonna have to play Walking Ballista to kill our Rankle. But again, like I was saying, we have the other Rankle in hand, but our opponent doesn't know that. So they're trying to figure out a way out of this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 3, 4. Make 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can make a 5/5 Walking Ballista if they want, which is pretty powerful. They would have enough to get rid of our Mutavault, and also they have the zombie back. Actually, that doesn't work. All right, so our opponent is going to go ahead and try and figure out a way to disrupt what we're doing. But Rankle being extremely impressive in Pioneer once again. This is a tricky spot to be in, though. If you're new to my channel, welcome, by the way. I would appreciate you hitting that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying this match. It's definitely interesting where we're at in Pioneer is definitely pretty unique. But I'm doing a lot of Pioneer coverage at the moment. I'm going to be probably delving into a little bit of Legacy. I have a couple Legacy tournaments coming up soon. So we'll see there. They have another Walking Ballista in hand. All right, so again, they just go for the 5/5 Walking Ballista, but this actually doesn't work no matter how you pan it out. Because I actually just have the Fatal Push, forcing them to kill our Rankle. And then I have the 2 Mutavaults. So yep, they're gonna go ahead and deal 2 damage to me. Alright, we have another Mutavault too. So now I guess I activate these and kill them. I can show them the other Rankle, but they were dead on board, so I want to minimize how many Rankles I'm showing them. Alright, so I think they're mono green Field of the Dead. I kind of get that vibe by how many different lands they have. So I am going to go ahead and bring in the Legion's End. I don't think I want the Noxious Grass, but I think I'm okay with bringing in the Collective Brutalities. I don't think I want to side too heavily in this matchup. So Collective Brutalities and Duresses I could probably live without. I'm probably going to trim a couple Murderous Riders. So let me put over here where I'm going to take out. I don't know about the Duresses. Something in the sideboard I could see also is it's not Legion's End because that's this card. It's the card with the Chandra's dad in the image. I can't think of what it is, but it's name a card, search your opponent's library for up to 4 copies of the card, exile them, and then they draw a card if you exiled any of the cards from their hand that way. That would probably be pretty good in our sideboard. But we do have other disruption, so all right, I think I'm gonna cut the Fatal Pushes. So we are cutting quite a bit of removal, but I am bringing in the Legion's Ends here. So maybe I keep 1 Murderous Rider. I bring in the Legion's Ends, and I think I'm going to bring in the Collective Brutalities, just because we can disrupt our opponent's hand a little bit, but we can also kill smaller things like their Rangers. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take out the Fatal Pushes and 1 Murderous Rider and bring in the Legion's End and Collective Brutality. And we just want to be aggressive, so we're going to just do our aggressive thing and see if we can get this match. And get a 3-3-1. Ah, this is a weird hand. This hand would be great if we had Black Source, but of course we're running into the Black Source problem. Alright, this hand's fine. We'll keep this. We do have the Legion's End also. Not great with Murderous Rider, but I'm going to go ahead and put a land on the bottom. It's not a very important land either, so. Alright, there's a new one. I'm going to go ahead and start with Knight. We'll let our opponent take their turn. Alright, there is Field of the Dead, so they are a Field of the Dead deck. So now I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize our opponent, and then I'm going to get Lookout here also. Oh wow, they have Golos, Hour Promise, Thought-Knot Seer. Thought-Knot Seer is not super impressive here. But that being said, these cards, all they do is make zombies. So I'm going to go ahead and take Thought-Knot Seer and just try to be more aggressive. Because our opponent is lacking kind of, not aggression, but they're lacking speed. So we'll see here. I know our opponent's hand, so I know they don't have any. Oh wow, and they actually found a Blast Zone. So that's going to change the tempo of this game quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and attack here. They probably just block the Knight. Oh, they don't. Okay. So next turn I'm gonna go ahead and play Murderous Rider. Oops. Because if their plan next turn is to play Blast Zone, then I just want to be able to keep the aggression on board. They probably play Hour of Promise here, and then make some zombies. Oh, they actually play Golos. Oh, shoot. Okay. I knew about the Golos, and I was going to keep the Swift End for it, but I biffed. Alright. We are going to attack with everything still here. They might just get a Field of the Dead here, and then they can Hour of Promise next turn for... Oh, and they choose not to. They're actually going to get a Cascading Cathedral. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and attack here with everything. No matter what they block is fine. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Knight of the Ebon Legion here. So now they're going to make a bunch of zombies. That was actually wrong for our opponent. So what they should have done is Hour of Promise, got a Field of the Dead and something else. I guess it's not wrong because they can get 2 Field of the Deads now if they want. What is our opponent doing? Oh, they're keeping up Blast Zone. Nah, I gotcha. All right, so this might have been bad on our part. We are going to get to kill whatever we want. And they probably just Blast Zone here. I'm going to go ahead and keep up a bunch of... Alright, now they Blast Zone. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and keep up mana for Castle Lochwain. That's why I didn't play the other Knight of the Ebon Legion. Now I'm hoping they're just all in on this zombie plan. If they have a Walking Ballista, that could be an issue. It looks like that might be what they drew. Oh, they actually drew a Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, that's unfortunate. They're actually going to probably take our Legion's End here. Because they have the Blast Zone for the Knight of the Ebon Legion. Oh, they actually take Knight of the Ebon Legion. Wow. I'm a little surprised there. Alright, so I think my misplay in this matchup was... my misplay was playing the Knight when I should have kept up Swift's End. There's a Collective Brutality. There's a Rankle. They have 11 damage on board. Each player discards a card. Each player draws a card. I'm going to discard Collective Brutality here. There's a Thoughtseize. I would have died if I played the Thoughtseize, though. So we'll see. If our opponent has Walking Ballista, we're just dead. Alright, they do have the Walking Ballista, so we're going to go ahead and concede here. It's alright, opponent. I don't need to see myself fall to my own misplays. Murderous Rider's probably not bad, especially if they're bringing in Thought-Knot Seers after board. Fatal Push we probably don't need. Cletus is kind of 50-50. I don't love Cletus. I think I'm just going to take out a Night Market. I think I want my Thoughtseize. Collective Brutality is going to be fine, but... Alright, we're going to go ahead and try and out aggro our opponent. We are going to be on the play. We do have a turn 1 Thoughtseize or a turn 1 Night the Ebon Legion. I think a turn 1 Thoughtseize is fine. And do a Scrounger. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. We're going to take anything like a Thought-Knot Seer on from their opener. And they do choose the mulligan down to 6, so... And if our opponent mulligans down to 5, this Thoughtseize might be extremely good. Alright, they do choose to keep 6. But hopefully our Thoughtseize can disrupt them. Our Boreal Grazer. Alright, we're going to take one of them. That's unfortunate. Because we don't have a Fatal Push or anything. Alright, let's see let's keep up with our opponent's hand. They play Castle on 1. Alright, Scrap Heap at least gets to attack through, which is okay. Alright, they play Grazer. They probably play Shrine, okay. And now they play Blast Zone, that's fine. Alright, here's another Scrounger, so that's pretty good. So they're going to have Blast Zone up next turn, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. If they put a counter on Blast Zone, it will. But hopefully they don't get a chance to. Alright, I'm going to go ahead to attacks first. If they block the Knight of Ebon Legion, I want to go ahead and kill the our Boreal Grazer. I can't say that for some reason. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to give my opponent priority and see if they blow up this Blast Zone. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave up Swift Send. This Knight's going to get large. So. And if they play something like a Walking Ballista, I want to be able to kill our opponent's stuff. So. And then follow up Rankle would be extremely good. Alright, they might put a counter on Blast Zone. It looks like they do. Alright, Knight of the Ebon Legion is a one-man band though, so if our opponent doesn't use next turn to blow up Blast Zone, we can actually get in for 5 still. And we'll see what our opponent's play is. It's actually a Golos. So I'm actually pretty happy I kept this the way we did. And actually, I think if we draw a land for Rankle, we might... Our opponent doesn't have 7 lands yet, so if we draw a land for Rankle, we can get in for 9, 10, 11. There's a Copter. So now +3/+3. We can still get in for 11 here. I think that's fine. And there's another blast zone. But it's not going to trigger Field of the Dead. So our opponent's going to have to find something like Walking Ballista. But I don't even think Walking Ballista gets it here. Let's see if we can 3-2 here. It's looking pretty good so far. And we have this Rankle in hand. So if we ever find our fourth land, we're in pretty good shape. And we also have the Smuggler's Copter and Knight. So if they're able to blow up our board here somehow, we can actually play Smuggler's Copter next turn, crew it with Knight, mark it Lookout, put them to 1. And then they have pretty much 1 turn to figure out something to either kill Night Market Lookout or and Smuggler's Copter. So we're asking a lot for our opponent, but they might be able to find something. All right, there's Elvish Rejuvenator. They might be able to make a zombie here. Oh, they actually found Radiant Fountain. Okay, so that puts them to 4. But I think we're going to actually get them with this Night Market Lookout. Alright, we're just going to move to attacks and hit them. Oh, they can actually blow up Blast Zone. So our opponent's not out of this. That Radiant Fountain coming to their rescue. Alright, I'm assuming they block Knight. I mean, they have to block Knight. Alright, that's fine. So now the question is, do I Thoughtseize our opponent? Probably not. I have to play the Smuggler's Copter, I think. I guess I can Copter and Thoughtseize. Oh, we got an Hour of Promise. Alright, that might have been worth it. So our opponent empty-handed, drawing off the top of their library. Can they draw something that actually can save them? Because next turn, if they don't have anything, next turn we play Night Market Lookout, crew the Copter, attack in. They have to block one of the two, but they'll be at 3. So if they have something, oh, what did they find? A Walking Ballista? An Ugin? Alright, I don't think this does it though. Ugin is extremely powerful, but not when you're facing down a colorless Smuggler's Copter. And Copter is going to be able to be crewed by Knight, which kills our opponent. So our opponent's going to have to -1 on the Ugin. They'll probably attack him with the zombie. They'll -1 on the Ugin to exile Knight of the Ebon Legion. And then they'll think they have one more turn, but they don't because of this Night Market Lookout. And they'll probably get Walking Ballista here with Sanctum, I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be enough. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. I was not expecting this out of a Golos deck. Oh, they actually get Emrakul the Promised End. It's not free, right? Creature, artifact, land. No, it's not free. They get in with the zombie like I said they would. They Smuggler's Copter, but Night Market Lookout winning the game. And we actually had the land for Rankle also, so... Attack Pathy. I would like to draw and discard. And that's the game. We did it on the back of a 3... Oh, we got our 3-2 on the back of beating an Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. That was insane. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please, if you enjoyed that match, go hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out my channel, and it really helps me get the support I need from sponsors and things to continue doing this. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Go check out the deck tech for this video if you haven't seen that. I'll link it in the description. I'll also link it in a card somewhere, so look around your screen. Go check out all my Pioneer content. I appreciate you. Check out my sponsor, Mana Traders. You can save 15% off the first 3 months if you go check them out. And thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. For your custom playmats, mouse pads, and more, head over to Inked Gaming. Use promo code crocodilemtg10 to receive 10% off your order. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons.